Bangladesh and United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, collaborate to aid Rohingya refugees. The Bangladesh government has dedicated more than $112 million to developing the Bhasan Char Island in the Bay of Bengal, to which almost 19,000 displaced persons have been relocated. Government efforts to improve the island's safety and living conditions have included constructing seawalls, hospitals, schools, and mosques. Bangladesh is currently kindly hosting over 1 million Muslim refugees from Myanmar and plans for 81,000 more of them to voluntarily relocate to the island over the coming months. The UNHCR has signed an agreement with the Bangladesh government to better provide necessary services to the relocated individuals in the areas of health, livelihood, education, protection, and skills training. Bangladesh is a recipient of Shining World Leadership Awards for protection and environmental protection. We salute your caring cooperation, Bangladesh and UNHCR. May our resilient Rohingya brothers and sisters soon enjoy safe and peaceful permanent homes in Allah's eternal light.
Scientists find COVID-19 spike proteins damage body's ability to repair its own DNA. A laboratory study performed at the Department of Clinical Microbiology, Virology at Umeå University in Sweden by Dr. Ya-Feng Mei and research engineer Hui Zhang has discovered that the spike protein from the COVID-19 virus inhibits and damages our body's own DNA repair mechanism, thus interfering with our adaptive immunity response. Human cells undergo extensive DNA damage during day-to-day living, and the repair mechanism is critical for human survival. From their new data, the scientists concluded that people who have been infected with COVID-19, including those who have received a spike protein-based vaccine, could be affected. Thank you, Dr. Ya-Feng Mei and research engineer Hui Zhang, for your important insights into the effects of the COVID-19 spike protein on human cells. In the wisdom of the divine, may the pandemic soon end as we switch to vegan fare and compassionate life-protecting decisions.
Classical music performance in Venezuela sets Guinness World Record for largest ever orchestra. 12,000 musicians between the ages of 12 and 77 performed a 12-minute segment from the 19th century Russian composer Tchaikovsky's Slavonic March as their main piece during a one-hour concert at a venue in Caracas. The National System of Youth and Children's Orchestras and Choirs of Venezuela, El Sistema, organized the event. Director Andre David Ascanio Abreu shared that the performers were representing over 1 million children and young people in the nation participating in El Sistema. The previous record for the largest orchestra, with 8,097 instruments being played simultaneously, was a performance held in Russia. Way to go, Venezuela, El Sistema, and all involved on your magnificent concert. May the musicians be embraced in the love of the Providence as we coordinate our artistic talents to achieve great peace and prosperity.
Cigarette packaging in USA to require graphic images. Beginning October 2022, the United States will join 120 other countries worldwide that mandate graphic images of the harms caused by smoking to be displayed on the cigarette packages. The new law requires that the warnings cover 50% of the packaging, including the front and back. A study by the Yale School of Public Health and partners estimates that the move will save approximately 539,000 American lives over the remaining part of this century. The researchers also found that if the rule had been implemented in 2012 as originally planned, an additional 179,000 deaths in the country would have been avoided. The United States is a recipient of 5 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, 3 Shining World Leadership Awards for Good Governance, 7 Shining World Leadership Awards for Promoting Healthy Living, and Shining World Leadership Awards for Good Governor, Justice, Protection, and Environmental Protection, and a laureate of 24 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, 3 Shining World Leadership Awards for Protection, 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for Loving Care, a Shining World Leadership Award for Good Governance, a Shining World Peace Leader Award, Shining World Caring Leadership Award, and Shining World Super Loving Care Leadership Award. Our appreciation, U.S. policymakers, for establishing this new labeling requirement, and Yale School of Public Health scientists and partners for your research. In heaven's sheltering love, may those who are leaders in creating better conditions for human health and happiness be always protected.
Australian police officer lauded for daring river rescue. Two 11-year-old boys who jumped into the flooded waters of the Lachlan River in New South Wales were swept 60 meters downstream in the fast-moving current. Fortuitously, the young lads were able to grab hold of a rope tied to a log, but they were quickly losing their strength to hang on to it. Nearby campers called emergency services and Sergeant Joel Hunter arrived. He put on a life jacket, grabbed their flotation device, and jumped into the water. The courageous officer managed to reach the stranded youth, bringing them to shore one at a time. The boys were checked by paramedics and then safely returned to their grateful parents. Sergeant Hunter will be recommended for a bravery award by Central West New South Wales Police District Chief Inspector Peter Atkins. We are delighted at such a positive outcome. May God bless you, Sergeant Joel Hunter. You risked your own life without hesitation to save the two youngsters, bringing joy to many in celestial glory.
Vegan breakdancer from United States wins world title. Logan Legistics-Edra recently won the B-Girl World Championship at the Red Bull BC One World Final 2021 in Poland. Logan, who is 18 years old, has been a vegan for 6 years. Her competition performance consisted of breathtaking moves enabled by her highly refined physical and mental fitness. The extraordinary dancer is working towards competing in the Olympics and said, "I just want to spread love and positivity and light through what I'm doing, and what better way to do that than the Olympics?" Congratulations, Logan Legistics-Edra, on winning the World Breakdancing Championship. In the benevolent care of the divine, may your responsible and wholesome views on life help others to realize the importance of the vegan way.
Supreme Master Qinghai joyfully present Logan Logistics-Edra a Shining World Vegan Talent Award with a loving gift of $10,000 for some extra school needs. Wow, Logan! The world enjoys your awesome performance, and we vegans in particular are so proud of you too. Hooray and high five! Cool and pretty young lady. Be grateful for God's grace and continue your best to contribute excellence to the world, plus to be the glamorous beacon of an inspiring, compassionate hero for our young and beautiful generations. God loves you, girl.
First crane child welcomed in Southeast England, UK county after 500 years. The Great Crane Project, run by the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, or RSPB, has met with success, as a nesting crane people couple have produced a gorgeous youngster at RSPB's Otmore Nature Reserve in Oxfordshire County. The fledgling is the first crane person offspring in this area in 5 centuries. Delightfully, this year witnessed 14 crane person chicks in total born across the UK, including in Cambridgeshire, Dorset, Somerset, Gloucestershire, South Wales, and Wiltshire, through RSPB's project, which began in 2015. Such wonderful news, Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, on these births. Thank you for assisting the graceful crane people to have a safe environment to expand their families. May they live long and healthy lives, enriching our world with their beauty and presence in God's munificence.